your story of how you kind of came to acknowledge the fact that you're a member of the LGBTQ plus community, as well as the neurodivergent community, perfectly underscores like the relationship between the two.
Yeah. I think this is something that a lot of people will relate to, but and I think that it has to do with masking and with the overlap in these communities in general. But I think that me starting to openly acknowledge and inwardly acknowledge that I'm bisexual was my entry point into also realizing that I'm autistic. So for me, I think that I grew up thinking that everybody was bisexual. We just didn't talk about it. Of course, everybody's attracted to everybody.
Right.
When we talk about being gay being a choice, that's just because some people make the choice to embrace that side of themselves. Like everybody's
inherently attracted to everybody.
Yeah.
That was your lived experience. You just believed that that was true.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was just one of those things we didn't talk about. But there were a lot of parts of my experience that we just didn't talk about and didn't acknowledge.
Yeah.
So I thought everybody was having the same sensory issues I was. And that everybody felt like they were putting on a mask in social settings. And we're all, pretending to enjoy things that we really don't because they're very uncomfortable. And so
while you were suffering in silence, you thought everybody was suffering in silence.
Yeah, I was like, this is part of the human experience. We're
Right.
all like, we're talking about it on the internet and we're not talking about it in person. And that's just what's happening.
Yeah.
And so as I started to recognize that part of myself, which again, I knew was always there to some degree, but as I started to come out as bi and really like get more engaged with that community and be in more online spaces, I think I also started to question what other things in my life I had just had to mask, to like tuck away, that weren't the things that you were supposed to be talking about. And definitely that was when I started to notice all of my autistic traits. It was like, oh wait, nobody else was talking about it because other people weren't experiencing that.